What's going on, everybody? It's Thundershot, and today I'm going to be talking about how to not only beat, but to get a double S rank against Great Ape Vegeta. This is mission number 6 if you're looking at the list, and I'm going to let you know right now I'm not using any DLC characters, anything of the sort. I have not made it much further than mission 6. No, I've made it further than mission 6. I made it to like mission 13 or so, I think, by this point. So my card buffs aren't incredibly insane by any means, but I'm showing off here in the beginning. I do have card buffs on Goku. You can't really call them maxed out, but I have most of my card slots full with at least something. However, you don't need to do this. It gives you a little bit of an edge, but it is by no means necessary to pull it off with this technique I'm going to be showing you. And then for my extra cards, I'm not sure what you call those, my power cards, I use Master Shin level 1, which gives you increased fighting in the air and decreased fighting on the ground. I believe that this helps a little because when you're fighting a Great Ape, you're probably going to spend most of your time in the air. You definitely don't want to be fighting him on the ground. As far as my computer secondaries are concerned, I have Kid Gohan, Piccolo, and Krillin. This is a guide for playing by yourself, not in co-op mode. I'm assuming it's going to be harder to get a double S rank when you're playing by yourself. But none of my partners have any kind of power-ups. You can choose to give them power-ups if you want. However, I do not believe it's necessary. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through some of these scenes. If you see cutscenes getting fast forward and stuff like that, that's just to save time, really. But once you get this fight started, he's actually in regular Vegeta mode. So the first thing you're going to want to do is push right on the directional pad. Now what this is going to do is it's going to tell your team to focus all your powers together. And focusing your powers together is going to be important because you want to start chaining Vegeta right away. And as soon as you start chaining Vegeta, your energy meter at the top is going to fill up. And you want to chain Vegeta until you get enough energy to do a super attack, which, as long as you hit a max chain early on, you're going to get. Once you have your super attack, it's up to you. You can either continue chaining Vegeta, however, this is going to add more to your time. That's not necessarily a bad thing, as long as your energy meter rises pretty quickly. You can either continue to chain Vegeta, or you can just try to take him out right away. Once you've pushed right on the D-pad and you're all focusing Vegeta, which I actually haven't done here yet, and it's still going very well. There you go, I just did it. But once you're all focusing Vegeta, once you're all trying to take Vegeta out, he's not going to last much longer when you so choose to end hm. For the most part, because your teammates, once you tell them all to focus on one thing, don't get hit by a Gallic Gun in the face, by the way. That's not good. You want to try to avoid those. But once your entire team starts focusing him, he's not going to last much longer. So after this point, you can start firing Kamehameha waves at him if you want, or you can just beat him around a bunch. It doesn't really matter, just so long as you try to not... You can be the focus of him, but don't be taking a lot of hits. I took a Gallic Gun to the face earlier. That wasn't good. But I've hit him with a couple Kamehameha waves here. And he's about to go down. Now, once he goes down and goes into Great Ape form, that's when the real strategy comes into play. As you can see, this isn't even a very good run for me. I'm taking hits. I'm being kind of sloppy. I got hit with a Gallic Gun. He started to chain me around a little bit. But for the most part, I'm just kind of waiting for my team to take him out. You can do that if you're afraid of your health getting too low or something. Here we're going to see another sped up cutscene. But if you're afraid of your health getting too low, you can basically just play defense. Just hold L1, move left and right, dodge his attacks, and let your teammates take him out if that's an option for you. But anyways, once he gets into Great Ape mode, you're going to want to make sure you push right on the directional pad again, because your teammates will naturally switch back to defense mode, so you want them to go back into focus mode. And then after that, you're going to lock on with the R1 button, and then you're going to focus his legs. Now, it took me a little while to figure this out. You can't just attack a Great Ape like normal. You can't just shoot him in the chest or anything like that. You actually have to pick him apart one thing at a time. So for me, I always focus the legs first because that's what they're walking on. It seems to help. Firing Kamehameha waves, definitely, but basically you just stand back, you float around. I'll explain a little bit better once you switch the arms. Now you can go to any order you want as far as ligaments go. I always go legs, one arm, other arm, and then finish off with the head. However, it's entirely up to you. Now as you see, I basically just fly around. You definitely want to keep a safe distance. You don't want to fly up and just attack whatever limb you're focusing. I like to fly around, keep a safe distance, and just shoot one ki blast at a time. Now, even though you're Goku and Goku he can only fire one ki blast at a time, and that's not very good, you don't really have a lot to worry about. Just as long as you stay a safe distance away and try to avoid any kind of mouth beams he's going to shoot at you. After that, you just pick one limb, wait until you get a Kamehameha wave, wait until he does a move that keeps him stationary so he doesn't jump away from it, because if he does, you just waste a Kamehameha wave. Wait until he does a move so that way he's stationary, and then you use a Kamehameha wave on whatever limb. It'll destroy that limb, and then you have a brief moment to attack Vegeta. Now, Vegeta as a Great Ape doesn't stay down for very long. Even when I hit him in the legs, I fired off a Kamehameha wave right after that, after he broke down from me destroying his legs. That was a really cool shot right there. As you can see, Kamehameha Wave does cancel out Mouth Beam, which I thought was pretty sweet. But here, you'll see me when I take down his right arm. When you take down his arm, you do not have but a split second to attack him with. So instead of attacking Vegeta, I basically hold off and keep shooting Ki Blast. Normally I would recommend flying in and beating him up, but he's not down for more than a split second. That was my, now it's gone. That was it. That literally when his arm was shrugged over was the only amount of time you had to attack him. So it's not even worth flying in there and trying to get good damage off. If you can get a Kamehameha Wave off really quick, maybe go for it, but aside from that, I don't even bother with it. I just wait for him to recover, pick the next limb, fly around, Ki Blast, build up my Kamehameha Wave, and then fire it. Now every now and again, you're going to see that he shoots off this big orange aura. When he does that, there's really no reason to guard for it or anything like that, because it's going to break your guard if you have your guard up, and even if you don't have your guard up, it's still going to break your guard. However, it does no damage to you. Your main thing is just avoiding him. Now, sometimes it's possible to take him down before finishing off his last ligament. That wasn't the case for me. I did have to go through all 4 parts. I'm now finishing off his head, but I'm going to be done with his head here any minute. Again, just watch what I'm doing. Just Ki Blast, until eventually Gohan or somebody is going to give you energy, and then you fire off a Kamehameha Wave at whatever limb you're at. And then you attack. I mean, you know, that's about all there is. Aside from that, you want to make sure your teammates stay alive. However, with Kid Gohan on your team, it's really not too hard. As long as Kid Gohan isn't the one that goes down, there you go. I finished off his head. Now you just rush in and attack his body till he's gone. But with Kid Gohan on your team, he's really good at keeping teammates alive. So you want to check up in the upper left and make sure Kid Gohan's not the one who's gone down. Double axe handle to the balls to bring down Vegeta. And that's about it. If your teammate goes down, you want to try and save him, but Kid Gohan's really good at doing it on his own, so it's not a whole lot to worry about. Aside from that, I believe you want to get the killing blow with Goku. I don't know if it has to be melee or not, but you want to get the killing blow on Vegeta with Goku. Maybe make sure you have a Kamehameha Wave saved up to hit him with once all 4 of his ligaments are gone or something. But if you get the killing blow with Goku, it guarantees a double S almost, just because you get the special bonus. As you can see there, it's 150,000 points, which is a lot towards the double S rank. Aside from that, you don't want to die, you don't want teammates to die because lives are really important. But as you can see, my teammates' ranks are relatively low. If you have any trouble with this, and you think you're doing the guide pretty well, get a couple levels higher, put a couple more cards on Goku, maybe some on some allies. Other than that, it's a pretty simple concept. I'll have a guide out later today on Great Ape Vegeta. Not Great Ape Vegeta, on Great Ape Gohan, if it's not out already. If it is out already, there will be an annotation on the screen now and a link down below. And if not, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because it will be out later. I'll be doing more Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z tips later on, definitely. And yeah, leave a like if you like the video. I'm Thundershot, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.